Holy rubber duck, we are live. Welcome to the Chain Dogs podcast, where we talk about everything theme parks, roller coasters, amusement parks from all over the world. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are we all doing, guys? We good?
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh,
Good. First of all, let's say congratulations to Emma for passing your driving test. There we go.
You can drive legally, yay!
Yeah.
I like the addition of legally now.
Yeah. As if to say she's been doing it for years.
Welcome everyone. Hi Kira. Hello Iona. Hello Laura. Hello that ginger one. Did you put your name in the chat? I can't remember last week, but let us know.
I don't remember seeing it.
Karen, John, Carl. We got ads.
what's up, ads?
We got YMCA coasters. How we doing?
Yeah, how's it going?
Everyone.
We got
The V-Heels,
Lola.
Not even here.
Oh no, I just thought that. We got Joe.
Dedicated.
We got Matt. We got Ollie. Yes, I think I heard Mark. We got Lisa. How are we all doing? Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. So obviously today we are going to be talking mainly about water rides.
Woohoo.
Where the hell are they gone in the UK?
Where are they going?
That's the main thing.
Let's get
but yeah,
mildly
there's a lot.
moist. I mean, what?
First of all, everyone. First of all, make sure give it a like. Give the video a like if you can. Do that for us. And yeah, we've just got a few news topics to go down. Anyone got any updates? Anyone want to say anything first?
No.
Oh,
No,
we have that ginger one's name. It's Matt, but not Carl. Works better.
Not Carl
Okay.
it is.
Yeah. Oh, it's all good.
Good.
Let's go.
All right.
Cool news,
So
we can talk about water rides.
I know, right? First of all, a big one is Efteling. So Efteling, it's come out. I think the last couple of days, hasn't it? Really.
Yeah, the whole concept thing.
So Dance Macabre, which is
Whoa!
we.
I fucking
I wish,
love that
I wish I
logo,
had
man.
I wish I had the actual music to play over it.
Oh yeah.
But here we go. So, if you didn't know, Dance Macabre is replacing Efteling's. It's I don't know what you call it. It's like a horror walkthrough attraction / show.
Mhm.
I actually was lucky enough to do it before it's gone, which I'm really really pleased about. But this was like the exterior of it. It was opened in 1978.
Wow.
And yeah, it's pretty old. And it's basically you would walk in, you'd all stand and then just watch this big show unfold in front of you. It was really creepy and it was actually really, really cool. But yeah, they closed it last year and then they announced this new attraction which is coming, which is, if I can find the actual this is not that one, that's what we're going to talk about. Is it that one? Yeah, that's it. So this ride that is coming,
It looks so good. And there's a cat in the concept art. It's gonna be well done.
well, I'll tell you more about the story because I've done some deep digging on this.
Is there cats in the story?
Yeah, it's
Oh
amazing.
yes.
Cat is part of the
Yeah.
story.
It's part of the
Emma's
story.
official favorite ride.
Yeah.
I believe the cat's name is Spoopus.
Oh.
But yeah, it's basically we'll go more into the ride, but it's
It's
an
the Kate Bush
intimate-
experience, according to ads.
The Kate Bush. It's an intimate dynamic motion stage. That is the name of this. But yeah, we did know about that before, but this is what got released. Here's a better view of
That
the actual
building.
entire area, which just looks stunning.
Yeah.
And much like Phantasialand, Efteling's concept art normally seems to be bang on.
Hmm.
And what else have we got? So I'll grab this image up in a minute on my screen so I can actually get my cursor out on it. But yeah, here's just a look at some of the zones. So like a deeper look inside.
Can you pronounce those zone names, please? Phil?
No.
For the podcast listeners,
No.
So
all of our listeners benefit in entertainment.
I believe that they're listening to a podcast. You know,
So-
need to hear
So
things.
the whole actual area is called. If you look in the bottom right hand side, that name, Heverveld, that's how you pronounce that.
Say it.
Heverveld. That's how you say it.
Is it?
Yeah. I've you believe it or not, I do a bit of research and I look.
I'm not
Go
doubting.
on, Emma, you pronounce that.
We're
right.
just-
I'm not doubting.
Go
How
on.
you
I'm
feel?
not doubting. You carry on.
But no, that's what the whole area is going to be called, and it's actually like the loose translation is Shudder Forest. That's the loose pronunciation of it.
Shudder Forest.
Shudder Forest, and it's based on this
I'm bored with
medieval abbey, basically, and then all these buildings around it. There's a whole story behind it, but we'll just go for the queue line first because the queue line for me is like the really interesting part of it. So obviously this is the entrance. There's two separate entrances, single rider and just normal queue.
Nice.
So there will be
Okay.
single rider there. And then the first thing you entered into is this like herb garden, they're calling it, an overgrown herb garden. And then after that, you then enter the graveyard.
Wow.
Here.
Love it. I
And
am
then
down.
Looks cool.
it just like all the little bit. If you just look, there's so much to
Haunted
look
Mansion.
at here. It's but that's the thing. Like Efteling tend to do Disney better than Disney.
Yeah,
If you do Fata Morgana, that's better than their Pirates ride, 100%.
yeah, I've heard.
And then after that, after the graveyard, you get it's said I read somewhere that you will get counted into this part. So that to me that means like so many people walk through it, and you'll go through the forest. See the little forest track that's going up
Yeah.
there. And that is the Shudder Forest.
Ooh.
And I believe it's basically what they used to call the witch path when Spook Slot.
Splooks slot. Love that.
Spook spot.
Yeah, but here's like what the actual forest looks like. So it does look pretty
Ah.
creepy as it is, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Wow.
that's so yeah, you go through that, and then they've built this wooden bridge. Can you see at the top?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
goes across into the main building, which is the abbey itself, or the chapel they're calling it, where
Wow.
the ride is actually actually housed.
Mhm.
That's incredible detail on the queue.
Yeah, I
line.
love
mad, isn't it?
it. Got such
Yeah.
a lovely gothic looking building.
Yeah, look at the
Even
windows.
with the destroyed roof as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a bit of
It's
me,
really
that.
cool.
That looks fucking cool.
It does.
And like
So-
Efteling seems like the type of park that'll stay as consistent to the concept art with their
Yeah,
actual
for sure.
Yeah.
their
All you have
actual
to do is look at Baron
fabrication
for
of the
that.
buildings and stuff.
Yeah. Just like Baron.
That is going to look amazing, like when built and finished and in person.
Yeah. So I've got a little. So if we look at the actual ride system itself, let me just share this. If it's going to play,
Bum, 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 Intamin. Whoa.
So- like a good look at the actual. Is that working? Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
working.
Yeah, we can see it.
So this is from
Wow.
Intamin. It's 59 feet in diameter. That big stage, that big turntable is, with 6 of them little carriages inside them. They're actually going to be called choir stalls
Ah,
in the ride, because it's meant to be like a a chapel abbey type
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
But it can take 108 people in one
Oh,
go.
that's a lot.
Big
Wow.
capacity ride.
Yeah. The main turntable itself can pitch roll as well as dropping riders down. So I'm sure they can program it however much they want.
Yeah.
And the seats can have a wind, scent, vibration, and unique sound system. It can
Wow.
incorporate straight into the seats. So it looks like, I don't know, it just looks so exciting to me. Like
That just
like,
that just looks so good, just even in the
Yeah.
generic
Yeah.
sort of example demonstration that they're given in this video. Like I can't even imagine how the
Yeah.
creative
The only
minds
thing
at
for me
Efteling
is,
are
like, I
going to
feel
take
like-
that and really maximize that ability the way they want to tell
Yeah.
their story. That's going to be.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that. So the cabins themselves can have an optional
Individual.
tilt and roll as
Ah.
well as
Yeah,
the
yeah,
main
yeah.
disc.
Yeah.
Ah.
But the cool thing with the disc, though, that I've seen is that they can have an entire scene hidden underneath the ride
Yep.
Oh,
that you
Yep.
tilt down to see,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. See.
and that's just like it's. Just,
Well, if they,
it must
I
be
think
fun.
I think they'll do that because
Yeah,
like the whole thing when with Spook Slot was the fact that there was like graves underneath and stuff, and there's things coming out of the grave, so they could literally point it down and you could show like the graves and things.
For sure.
But so the story behind it that I can make out is basically there's a family called the Charlatan family who basically have started living in this.
You said
in
the
this place.
Shiaton family?
Charlatan family.
Oh, Charlatan. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Charlatan family.
Mhm.
Professor Dr. Virginie Charlatan and Otto is the couple that live there. And they're there and they start hearing weird noises. They start hearing a distant orchestra in the distance. And then when they go to explore, they find the gravestone of one of their ancestors, which is Joseph Charlatan.
Oh.
Joseph Charlatan. And then the story is he was a world famous conductor who vanished one night in that area with his entire
Wow.
orchestra.
That's sick. The old
So-
haunted orchestra play, hey?
Yeah.
I've
Um,
never heard that before. That's
so,
cool.
and the way the cat incorporates into it, it's not really quite. It's not that obvious yet, but
Oh.
apparently, when you're in the queue line, you can hear the cat getting louder and louder, and then it will play like a big part inside the actual show itself. So there's something about the cat that is playing an integral part. So, but yeah, it just looks absolutely stunning. When you exit the ride, you come out of the gift shop, which is called, I can't pronounce this at all.
Hiker's in the chat now. Hiker, pronounce some words, please.
just some words.
Say,
Come on,
say
just
some
put-
words.
Just
say, some,
do words.
say something in
Not
Dutch.
having difficulty. Help.
Dr. Charlatan's something affairs is called. I don't know how you say that. But yeah, it looks stunning. And then when you come out, there's loads of buildings around the area. So this is like a grocery shop that used to be the story behind this is an old tavern that the couple now run as a grocery store.
Oh, that's cool.
Because the people themselves is that they because she's a professor, she sells various lucky charms, heart enhancers, and other courage boosting items on and around the Abbey Square to encourage the nervous but curious visitors to the area.
Gotta fix the roof.
It seems destroyed roofs are
We're a thing now.
just a thing for that
Nothing
area.
Just a
says
thing.
for people that are
Yeah.
There's the theming.
But yeah, it looks cool. I really like it.
It
I
does
think
look really
I just love the fact that they're like really thinking into the story of the
Yeah.
area, like they always do, and even like the shops and stuff. There's something behind that. There's a reason them shops are there. It feeds into this bigger story that I guess we'll find out in the ride
Yeah.
itself.
I'm just worried that it's going to be, for me, who suffers from motion sickness, that
Yeah.
it's going to be a little bit nauseating. I'm going to have to take my quells before I go on that.
I was going to say you're doing like KMF afterburners every weekend. Like I'm sure this will be absolutely fine.
Yeah, but she has half a box of
It's like-
anti-sickness tablets before
I have to
that.
take the tablets, and that's like really like I
Yeah,
get that when
same.
we fly in theatres, they make me feel a bit like "Ugh." So it's like I feel like quells for that one. They'll be on my list.
Yeah. I think you'll probably need to do that.
But it looks
So
good.
yeah, here's some constructions of video that Efteling put out.
Ooh,
But
yeah,
they've
they have
kept
fixed
some
the
of
roof.
the old building. Badumch. Yeah, but they've kept some of the actual Spook Slots building, and they're using that for the main thing. So I think that's going to be like the main entrance. And actually, no, it can't be because it looks. I can't really tell from there.
That looks
That-
like
The
the
back
Yeah.
bridge is coming in
forest.
from the right, so that could be the main entrance.
Yeah.
That does look
Yeah, it
like
could
the back
be. Yeah,
of the building.
yeah.
I'm sure there'll be
Yeah.
tons of Easter eggs in there. There'll be loads, I reckon. From
There's
Spook
bound
Slot.
to be
Yeah.
references back to the old. Right.
Has anyone spotted any cool comments to to shout out? If everyone can keep
Um,
their eyes on the comments and we can,
Spooky
Group trip to
Kitty.
Etheling 24 by Joe. I agree.
yeah.
Matt's hyped about the cat content. Love it.
Yeah. Story-led immersion. Love it from that ginger.
Jack goes.
one,
Jack goes. Both me and Vix just went. Ooh, hello, sexy ride.
Matt. Yeah. Well, everyone seems to be.
It's exciting. Really exciting.
Because
Very
I'm
exciting.
excited by the roofs.
Yeah.
Nice.
Roofs are
It
important.
looks good.
It looks cool. I mean, it's going to add another thing to Efteling as well. It's another reason to get out there. I mean, the place is
Yeah,
beautiful anyway, from what
Yeah,
I've seen.
it's-
but this just
it's
gives you that extra
crazy.
little thing.
This is the best thing for me because I love Efteling, and the fact that they're adding a new area and it's spooky is like the best thing in the world for me.
Laura goes. I don't know if you already read this one out, but Laura goes for D&D nerds. I assume she means Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
The concept art reminds me of Curse of Strahd, which is
Okay.
yeah.
Joe's played Dungeons and Dragons. Maybe
Mm.
maybe she knows about that. It
Looks
has
like the
got that
maps.
top of. You
Mm.
what?
Looks like the maps in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, definitely.
So yeah, moving on.
I'm kind of confused.
What?
Okay, we've been
About Tom and-
invaded
We're being invaded.
by Marcus and Tom.
Hello.
They want to be riding chap
Oh,
And they both hope we're all having a lovely Wednesday.
What the fuck's going on,
You
guys?
two are
I am,
streaming.
I am, and I am.
Yes and yes.
to
And I
both of
wish I
you.
was riding Chapass as well.
Shall we read it out like Marcus? I hope you are all
We love
having
Wednesday.
a lovely Wednesday.
So
Hello,
listened to
I
the
wish-
IT crowd.
I could be
I
right.
could be riding Chapas. But no, thanks for joining us, guys. They'll be here for like 2 minutes, then leave.
Yeah.
I miss both of you idiots.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
And
that's,
Digital Dan, wherever you've disappeared to as well.
he's probably
Yeah.
live streaming. Let's do that. Let's do that when we're live streaming.
Wants to steal our viewers.
Anyway,
Motherfucker.
moving on, guys. Legoland Dueling Coaster.
Ooh.
Legoland.
Wow. Here we go. There's not really much to talk about this, really.
I haven't really
Um,
seen much
I, might
about
have
it.
been-
Like,
no, I don't know what you're referring
There's
to.
not really much. There's not really much to say. I mean, I'll share because we've spoken about this before when we first saw the plans, but then Attraction Source kind of noticed
this
something
thing,
about it. Is the fact that on these plans that have been submitted, there is a distinct thing that says blue and red side, which is leading people to think it's a Sierra ride that they announced, where it's like this cops and robbers type design here. Obviously, this is like an example of what you could have, so it might not be this, but this is
they are
just
Lego pieces though. On them vehicles, they are Lego pieces. The squares. No, they are.
They actually
Because
are,
they
yeah.
look-
The
yeah,
headlight,
they're
they
Lego.
actually lights.
That is Lego.
Yeah,
That is
Okay.
Lego.
interesting.
Lego
But yeah,
wheels.
so I think a lot of people were thinking it was going to be like Intamin,
Hmm.
or maybe even for Goma. But yeah,
Yeah.
this design now, even on here, looks basically this what they've proposed to happen. But yeah, the only thing, I mean, I was there not long ago, and I actually in January actually,
Mhm.
and you don't realize how far it's going to come up because it's actually going to be backing onto the mansion at the top of the hill.
Oh wow.
So the windows at the back of the mansion are going to be basically obstructed by these big lift hills. Well, the thing is, on this, the only difference is that they come back on themselves. I think they come back to go alongside the actual first spike. What do you call it? Lift, I guess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that'll be the only difference with these. I think, unless anyone knows any better, I don't know.
No, looks cool.
It does look really cool though. And the interaction that you'll get as well because they're
The fact that is Lego
every colour's
vehicles
part.
as well. That
It's-
is so cool.
It's gonna go. Yeah, if you didn't know, it's gonna go literally behind. What the hell is it called now? What's the Duplo Dino Coaster? There we go.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna go right behind there,
Sorry.
where Raft Races used to be. If anyone
Ooh.
knows, That's now been completely taken out. So there we go.
Is Rough Races that blue and that blue and yellow raft slide that they've always had?
Mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
the road slide thing.
I have memories of going on that as a kid.
Marcus is being really weird. He's speaking like a 12-year-old.
Marcus has been really weird. He's speaking like a 12-year-old.
Shall we just do that? Should we just copy it?
Marcus is being really weird.
He's speaking like a 12-year-old.
There you go.
Tom's being really weird. He's speaking like a 12-year-old.
Tom's being really weird. Speaking like 12-year-old.
For those listening on the podcast,
Yeah.
We're being invaded.
Marcus and Tom are being strange.
For those listening on the
I'm just gonna leave.
Wow.
No,
User has left the channel.
Do you want to play silly games?
Love
We
the
can play silly games as well.
we've got time, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ad said it's a terrain coaster, which is quite clever. Yeah, because it's very like close to the ground, so it's quite cool.
So it'll seem
I
quick
was
than
gonna-
it is as
where
well.
they're putting it, that is a pretty hefty hill.
Yeah.
Putting it on.
It is.
That is horrible to walk back up if you miss that
Oh, damn.
hill train thing.
Oh god,
Hills.
it's kind of like because it is on that because it's the other side of that, but it's on the same level. Wait, the length you'll be going up to,
Yeah.
will be up to there. But it is clever because obviously, unless you didn't know, in case you didn't know, at Towers they can't go above the tree line. At Legoland, they don't have that issue. It's basically just whatever the king now. It used to be whatever the queen could see out of Windsor Castle. If she could see it, then they wasn't allowed it. So they measure it by the views from Windsor Castle, as if you can see the road.
Okay.
So
So you got-
because yeah,
So you got someone from Merlin just in Windsor Castle. Just
Yeah,
like, right, no, bit lower. Can't, no, we're good. We're good. You can't see it. We're all good.
Is that similar to what they do at Towers with the balloon?
with the balloons. I guess they'd still have to use balloons. I guess, wouldn't they? They'd have to use something. Probably still use that.
I probably
They
use a
just give
drone. now.
like the Queen or like King Charles a ring now and just go, just have a look out of your bedroom window.
Yeah.
Can you see anything? No, right.
Can
okay.
you see any Lego?
Some reason they're northern.
Yeah. I'm like, no, that'd be me working at Merlin.
Yeah.
Luke, you should dive deep into your northern bag because there's a lot of comedy in there
There is.
that I think you
To be
can tap
fair.
into.
Yeah.
Go first.
That's
Emma,
the
I
first
want to
one.
hear the story about the hill.
The hill.
I feel like there's a
Maybe
story
the
there.
story, I just despise it. I just what do you know? Don't
Don't
get me
rant.
going because I've had this rant 1,000 times. I just basically, I'm really unfit and really unhealthy, and I despise hills. And I get really angry about the fact that the hill train only goes halfway up the hill. There's no right. Go all the way up the hill.
It's called the
Or
fucking
go
hill
all
train.
the way up.
even the hill train taps out. I was just like, no, fuck.
Yeah.
Nah.
Give up.
Nah.
I can't be
The
getting
one
up.
thing I hate
do you know
about
what they should
Legoland
do?
is just-
The hill train feels your pain, Emma.
They should move the
Yeah, let's
driving
do it.
school next to the hill.
So
and
you
the
can drive
entire
up the
purpose
hill.
of it is to just
Just
drive up the hill.
up the hill.
So they can practice parking on a hill, yeah?
Uphill
That'd be
starts.
amazing.
Oh.
Get that handbrake on.
Honestly, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Can you imagine the ride ops just shouting at people for not taking the handbrakes off? It's like, why am I not moving? What? Take your handbrake off! Just have a button. Take your handbrake off.
You're gonna fail your test. You're gonna fail your test. Anyway, we are severely.
I
Andrew!
derailed that conversation.
Oh, well done,
I'm
James.
just letting it run at this point. I'm just seeing how long it can
James
go on.
had a little hidden gem in that one then.
That's a dangerous game to play because we'll end up here for 3 hours.
Yeah, that happens.
So in other news, Universal Orlando have rebranded a load of stuff basically.
Yeah.
New logos.
Universal fucking. Honestly, I do not see
They
any
look
difference.
cool.
But like, cause I don't really. I mean, actually, no. The Universal Island Adventure looks very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
yeah.
say. I don't
Volcano Bay
really.
one's
I don't.
worse.
I don't really like the new Islands of Adventure one. The other ones, I don't really have a problem with.
No,
I'm not a huge fan of the City Walk one.
Yeah, it looks a bit seedy, doesn't it?
It does look a little bit silly, actually.
I'm
Blackpool on a Wednesday night.
That's no. Austin. I'm laughing because Austin, Amusement Insider on Twitter, the first thing he said is it makes City Walk look like a strip club.
Yeah, it does.
It does. That's why I said Blackpool on a Wednesday night.
Oh, hear me out. It also looks like an expansion pack to Sims as well.
It does. City
Yeah,
Skyline,
it
City
does.
Walk.
Yeah. Also looks like a
Kind of
really
does.
shit like reality TV show on MTV. Like
Yeah,
logo.
yeah, it does.
City work.
City Walk.
City Walk.
Yeah,
Oh,
Volcano
right.
Bays is cool
It's
though.
giving
I like,
red light district.
Yeah,
I like the
yeah,
Volcano
it's-
Bay one because the
I
Volcano
like-
Bay
I like
was.
the Volcano Bay one a lot.
I like
yeah.
the
Yeah.
Volcano Bay is good and it's really clever as well. I like what they've done there.
Yeah.
Islands of Adventure to me looks like a really cheap, like
Yeah.
I know what's it? What like a what was that Nick Cage film with? It was like that adventure thing.
Oh, National Treasure.
Yeah, it looks like
National
National
Treasure,
Treasure.
yeah. It does
type
look
film.
It kinda does, yeah.
It does.
No,
Yeah.
I mean-
It's the font that's throwing me off.
I-
It's the typeface.
It to me looks like them trying to rip off kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you see that?
It's just like it seems really piracy to me.
It's just yeah,
Which I
like
can't
there's.
get, but-
Although
I feel like they're taking a ton of detail off of the compass shape.
yeah, they have. But I feel like that
there was
red,
nothing wrong.
pop.
There was literally nothing wrong with the original logo. Like,
Yeah.
that red will pop though against the blue skyline in Orlando. Like when
Yeah,
you,
but it already
if
had
they
red
make
in
that
it.
big.
It already had red in it. Yeah.
Okay, I know shit
Like-
all. Like just
No. Like just my
I
thing
didn't
is
see that.
just like the
seen it.
the
Field
the
Island.
the typeface looks a bit
you'll know it when you see it.
like this is not going to make sense, but like basiced out, like compared to what it used to be.
Oh,
And then like the just the whole compass as well, like just it looks like they're taking a ton of like intricate detail off of it. It just
Yeah,
it
I
looks
don't know.
it looks a bit basic.
It might be one of them things that when it's when you see it in person, it might look better. But I don't know. It's just it's the original one is just so
Ooh.
classic.
yeah.
Hopefully yeah.
I don't know actually. Yeah, how did I not remember that logo? You're right. I knew it when I seen it. Like legit.
And also, I don't know if you've seen yet. I just threw it in our Twitter chat.
Yeah, there you go.
They've
No, that's cool. I mean,
Yeah,
and it's
like-
on the lighthouse as
Yeah,
well,
that's-
right? So
I just don't see what's wrong with it. Like I don't know what.
no,
I think it's just overall they're
That is a l-
simplifying the logos
so
as a brand.
a lot of logos don't stand the test of time.
No.
yeah, that
Universal's logos are the epitome of theme park logos that have stood the
Yeah.
test of time.
Yeah.
They still look fresh to this day. I don't
Like,
see
it
why
kind
they
of
felt
does
the
look
need
not-
to change them.
It looks
does look-
90s,
it
but
does
that's
look
kind
90s.
of it's kind of like what I like about it though.
Yeah.
But maybe that's because we're from that era, you know. like,
nostalgia,
we-
baby.
We like that,
But like even objectively speaking, like trying to see it as objectively as possible, that logo does not look dated.
Mm.
It doesn't. Like
No, I don't. This like that. Even if that does look the old one looks dated, that new one is going to date very fast because that's the thing. Like
Yeah.
the graphic design these days, like nothing. It doesn't last very long.
No,
That Universal Island of Adventure, that ain't going to last very long. They'll have to rebrand in like a couple of years.
Do you
and I
think
say
it's Epic
this.
Universe
That's
is
the. Oh well, we'll get.
Apparently, there is an
we'll
Epic
get
Universe
to-
one floating
Yeah,
about.
this is what I was trying to say earlier.
oh okay.
Like they've redone Epic Universe's logo as well. I just threw it in the Twitter chat.
oh
I don't know
okay.
if I don't know if you can see it.
Oh, let me see now.
But what was I gonna say?
Yeah.
Islands is the only one that I well, apart from this new Epic Universe one, that I'm really like not really feeling. The other three I don't have a problem with, and the overarching Parks and Resorts new logo I don't have a problem with either. Like I don't feel badly or really high up on it. This one, on the other hand, I'm like, it's the same as with the islands one. Like, it just looks like they've taken a ton of, purposeful detail out of the compass and out of the typeface.
Just looks like video copilot.net.
It really,
Yeah.
it really does. Like I was gonna say, it looks really cheap. To be fair, but it's a portal, right? It's a porthole. So
was the first one.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
what they're trying to do is obviously they've made this, and they're like, we need to bring all the logos into brand, don't they? They don't need them to all look like they live in the same universe. Haha. No pun intended. But I just think it just looks like just too cinematic. Like,
yeah,
it's not-
Karen there in the chat says it looks really flat. It does.
Yeah,
Doesn't
yeah.
pop.
Yeah.
And a universe is this colorful, bright, mesmerizing thing when you think about it. That looks like waves. That doesn't look like the universe.
I don't know.
Doesn't.
I hope they don't. We'll see what happens, but
We'll
I
see what plans we have for them.
I just think that already looks dated to me. Like, it already looks dated.
I think the Epic Universe one's going to change again.
Because like a few years back, like, well, we're talking years and years back, like, branding changed, so everything needed to be like 2D flat. Like, everything was flat.
Yeah.
That was like that was what looked good at that point.
Yep.
Everyone's logos, whether it was like Apple, Windows, everything was flat. And then we've gone back to this 3D thing again now. And then that will last a couple of years, and then everyone will have to change it up again. So I feel like by the time Epic Universe comes about, it's going to look crap. But then they have to rebrand everything. But the parks can't do this because they have to update every single logo around the park.
Every signage has to change.
Yeah.
And then it's
Which
just
is expensive.
it's
very
expensive.
Millions.
So the easiest way of doing that is like, don't base your branding on something that is just like in at the minute. Like, and that's what some of the best parks have done.
We'll just have to see what plans they have for them in terms of their implementation. Like, if it's just online branding, or the entire, like, all the logos around the parks and all the signage around the parks is going to change as well. Which, I mean,
with it being universal, I say it would be that.
Yeah, it wouldn't really make sense not to, because online you wouldn't want to have different logos online versus actually physical signage and stuff like. But I don't know, dude. Like, some of them I like, some of them I don't have a problem with, but like a couple of them, and probably the two most influential in my eyes, I'm really not feeling.
Because Matt said we need to see it in situ before judging harsh. We all remember Drayton's change last year. That's what my thinking was. Like, I need to see it in person, but a good logo should be able to go on pretty much everything, and that means being able to make a logo all black or all white and it still look right. These ones, there's just too much detail going in on them. It's too highly detailed in a way that it's just, you can only have it in that one color. Like, if you try and make like that Epic Universe one color, it's just not going to work, because it's just, it would bleed into each other. So I don't know, we'll see. I mean, I don't care either way that much, but I care more than I thought I cared.
I think the lighthouse, with it being on the lighthouse, the Islands of Adventure, with it being iconic, even though I forgot about it.
Like, I don't want that. I don't want that Islands on a t-shirt. I won't wear that.
No, I'd rather have the other one, and they probably will sell more of the old merch than that if they put it on a t-shirt.
So I don't know, just weird.
On its own, it's cool, but what it represents, it's not good enough, in my opinion. It needs to be bigger, brasher.
It's not good enough.
Islands of Adventure.
I will say I do like the rebranding of the name of just the parks and resorts, like Department of NBC Universal. They've rebranded to from Universal Parks and Resorts to Universal Destinations and Experiences, which, in line with the new horror experience opening up in Vegas, the new parks in the new I suppose like more family oriented parks in Texas and stuff. Like they're offering more than just the staple theme parks. Like they are diversifying a little bit in terms of the actual things that you can go and experience and stuff. And I like the way they set that up. They didn't seem to deviate too much from what the old Universal Parks and Resorts logo was. Just that they kind of simplified the globe a little bit. It's just a kind of flatter, dark navyish blue and silver globe now, whereas it was an actual globe before. And then so that looks good. It's a tiny bit more minimalistic than the other logo used to be, but I still like that. I still like it.
So Gecko Gamer is talking about Bobbejaanland's. Is how would you say it? Bobbejaanland?
Bobbejaanland.
Bobbejaanland.
Three of you just said completely different things then.
I was just practicing my French.
Bobbejaanland?
I think it's pronounced Bobbejaanland.
Bobbejaanland.
Bobby. Stop saying random shit. Bobbejaanland is how I think it's pronounced.
This is the new logo.
Wow. I remember seeing that before.
Can I have a Big Mac and fries, please, mate?
That is McDonald's. If they change land to be red rather than that green, I think they probably would get a cease and desist from McDonald's.
Yeah, they would.
For using their colours.
The fact that they don't have an M in the word for the park at all, and they've built an M out of
that is tragic, isn't it? Like that is bad.
That is bad. Now that is flat.
Yeah, I don't mind Universal. Don't mind it now.
Wow.
So yeah, so that was. I'm guessing that was their old one.
Yeah, which is.
Have you moved your mic, Emma? Because I can just hear like loads of like.
What?
You moved your mic?
No, not touched it.
Oh, okay, that's all
Sorry.
right. But yeah, we was just looking at
Postman Pat font. Yeah.
Bobbejaanland.
The M is meant to be a cowboy hat, apparently.
Really?
That's not a cowboy hat. I know my cowboy
cheeseburger,
hats.
Please.
What? So that's the new one? Is he saying that's the new one?
The new one is that M.
Yeah, we knew that.
Yeah.
Oh right, okay. It's supposed to be a hat though.
I need you to be wearing a cowboy hat next episode.
Please.
Yeah,
In that.
You know, like one of them really massive ones.
No, I'm just imagining Sean in the pink ones that you get for Hendos. I really want to see.
I do have a cowboy hat. I could go get it.
Is it pink?
Wear shirt for
I thought you were going to say I do have a pink one.
Go get in the cowboy hat, please.
Yeah, you need a cowboy hat.
That'd just be like so out. No. Anyway, let's go on to our main topic.
Hey, we made it.
Water rides.
Water rides.
Yeah. So
Put the fountains back on
Splish
for everyone. There you go.
so let's introduce it, right? So obviously in the UK we are getting a newish. You could call it a new ride, Valhalla. It's opening back up again. It's going to be completely rebranded.
Is it?
Well, we don't know if it's actually opening up.
Yeah.
But apart from that, we are seeing a lot of log flumes going. Obviously, the flume, we lost a flume a long time ago. Loggers Leap, even though it's been closed for years, is now because of Exodus, it's completely gone pretty much now. Is it completely gone now? Or is it still a little bit?
They were taking down the drop a few days ago.
Yeah,
So
it's probably gone.
it's mostly gone.
Yeah, Great Yarmouth Pleasure Beach. Yeah.
Great Yarmouth, yeah, they got rid of theirs.
Absolute monster of a flume, that. That was
I know,
brutal.
yeah. It was always had green water though. What was that?
Yeah,
about?
I mean,
Like,
It was
Yeah.
salty seawater, wasn't it?
yeah.
Well, that's just UK water rides, isn't it?
I mean, the fact that you was
Depends.
doing a program earlier on the rapids and you turned the water green so it looked realistic. I was like, wait, that's wrong.
Yeah, I was
Sewage,
testing things and I
yeah.
needed green water.
Love that lake water.
But yeah, we get a lot of them are going. Obviously, Blackpool's went a long time ago.
Yeah,
for Infusion.
What a terrible mistake!
Yeah, it's just
out of all of the mistakes with Flumes, like that's the one.
Yeah.
I don't mind Wicker Man. I probably won't mind Exodus, but Infusion, come on.
But then you look at Rapids. We still do have a few Rapids, but they've obviously all been turned down, haven't they?
Tamed.
Yeah,
they're all a lot tamer than they used to be. Luckily, we got Drayton's back open, which is good.
Yeah,
I always say that about Tower. People always flipping bang on about get rid of Towers Rapids and put a coaster in it. No, I was like, parks need Rapids. It doesn't. I'd rather have a lazy river than no Rapids at all, because I just think it offers such a different experience in the park. Even if you just want to just
time to chill.
The existence of a water ride in some form makes a massive difference to a park.
Yeah,
it just looks nice as well. I think
takes the summer crowds as well.
Yeah. With water rides, I rate a park on their water ride selection. Like when I go to a new park, like in Europe, for example, if they've got a log flume, I am buzzing.
Yeah,
I love a log flume.
Yeah. Like we need something on the scale of Chiapas in this country. Like it'd work, because you can tone down the amount of water they put in the troughs and stuff, and they can make it less wet in winter. Well, not winter, but you know what I mean. Towards the end of summer, we only have 3 weeks of summer anyway. Let's put it that way. And I say less wet, it's not less wet
on a good day.
But
it still was like
it was pretty bad.
It was toned down though compared to the summer, because
I remember you saying
really bad.
Yeah, we don't need no River Quest though. But I mean, a Chiapas.
I still want a river. I'd have a River Quest. I'd take a River Quest.
Yeah, I mean,
you'd only be able to go on it for like a week in the year.
Yeah,
true.
The rest of the time you get hypothermia coming off of it.
But I mean, we have like similar.
Although I suppose
weather to Germany, right?
Yeah,
is Germany like slightly hotter?
Slightly,
I think it's slightly hotter.
Germany gets
get hotter.
Stupid hot in the summers.
Yeah,
but in the winters it gets really cold as well.
Something like Pulsar. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. See, because that's a whole different thing, isn't it? Because like a water coaster, to me, a water coaster doesn't feel that log flume or like a shoot ride feels. It's a very different thing. Because like with Pulsar, it's like one and done in it. It's like
it's very controlled. It's
a bit like a shoot the shoot, like something like what's Thought Park's called? I can't think of it. What's it called?
Tidal Wave.
Tidal Wave. That where it's just one lift hill down. Yeah, it's pretty cool. But it's not the same as an log flume or a rapids, in my opinion, because you have that whole experience of just like floating around.
I know.
Yeah.
I will take every time. I will take a bog standard log flume over some of these fancy ones for me. I just love, like you say, tootling around in the boat, and you don't know how wet you're going to get.
Yeah, that's why it's like such a dynamic experience.
I would take a log flume over a lot of things.
How do you feel about the new launched log flume that's going to?
See, that looks really cool because
SeaWorld San Antonio.
It is still a log flume at its heart.
And it does meander a bit as well.
Yes, it might go onto rails at a few points just for upstops and like Chiapas has.
Yeah.
But at its heart, it is still a log flume. It's still really dynamic. Based on the weight of the boat, you will get wet differently.
Yeah. That's the thing. I just think, I just don't know why. I think some UK parks have it in their mind that like it's a cold place, so people don't want to go on water rides. That can't be further from the truth, though. Like, because I see people going on water rides no matter the weather. Like, it's crazy.
Watch any Blackpool opening vlog.
Like, what did I do when we were at Towers back in August?
Yeah.
The queues of water rides were too long, so I just went and stood next to Battle Galleons.
Battle Galleons.
Spray me, please. Because it was so
fight with them.
Yeah.
What a battle.
I don't know have any of you been to Wicksteed Park?
No, it's on my list to do this year.
They built their own in-house log flume, and it's fucking sick.
Yeah,
it's got like cool. It's not a massive drop, but it's probably the same size drop as Rugrats. It's so good though. It's got water effects. It's got like a waterfall. It's got cannons. And like they built that all themselves, and that's always got a huge queue. So there's people still want to ride log flumes. I don't care what the weather is, people will ride them.
Yeah, they will.
It's like a tradition, isn't it? Like at a theme park, it used to be a tradition. Like you go on the log flume at some point. Maybe
you always go last.
Everyone's ride photos from being a kid are on a fucking log flume.
Yeah,
like legit.
I mean, there's certain things where I understand, like the flume. I'm glad we kind of lost it for Wicker Man. I'm not gonna lie. Like if we had to lose the flume to get Wicker Man, I'm kind of happy about it. But it's just annoying that we haven't now got. All we've got now is Battle Galleons and Rapids. And Battle Galleons ain't a water ride. Well, it is a water ride, but it's not really, is it? It literally just you just stand there and get soaked.
I'll make the ride. That's what it is.
Mate, I don't know if Angkor at PortAventura, their splash battle is
wicked. That's so good.
Like I don't know how wet you can get on that one.
A lot.
I don't know if it's just a splash battle thing that you get stupid wet on, but the one at Silver Dollar City I remember vividly because I may as well have just jumped in the pool of water.
Yeah.
Fully clothed. I got that wet.
That's the thing. A splash battle is ridiculous. You've got no option, especially on a hot day when everyone's around it. You will get soaked.
I say that when the aim of the game, quote unquote, game is to literally get people in the other boat as wet as possible.
Yeah, in that wheel.
I mean, you know what you're signing up for, really.
But I mean, Angkor is great because it's like you're in Spain. You need it. Like you need to get that wet because 20 minutes later, you'd bone dry again. But
the log flume at PortAventura, oh my goodness!
Oh yeah,
I love that log flume.
As a kid,
that's the one water ride I still haven't done at PortAventura.
Oh dude,
it's so good. It's a really good one.
What's it called? Silver River
Flume or something
like that. Yeah,
River Flume.
Yeah,
maybe it's the names that they don't last. They're all flume.
Yeah.
Rochdale has a flume. Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're all called the Flume at our parks.
That's what I love about PortAventura because they've got so many. They've got Tatuki Splash as well, which is like a shoot ride. That's really good.
Done Tatuki Splash.
Yeah.
Done the rapids there. I can't remember what the rapids is called, but
the rapids are weird at PortAventura. They're like fast and you don't get wet.
Yeah, they're really fast.
Yeah.
They're really fast.
No, they don't do much.
We did it at night once. Me and Joe did. There's no lighting on it whatsoever. So it was a pitch black rapid.
It literally goes to nowhere and comes back.
Did I ever tell you?
It's so well themed, isn't it? It's really well themed there.
Don't you find that some of the best experiences you have on park, especially when there's a big group of you, the funniest and the best experiences come from the water rides? Like, for example, when we went to Belgium last year, Sean, for me, a core memory of that trip is when we went on them rapids because it was fucking hilarious. It's just so much fun. They were the stupidest rapids I've ever been on in my life.
It's the not knowing, isn't it? It's the not knowing of who's going to get wet in your group. Like
it's just
that's what made it really fun.
Yeah,
on RiverQuest.
Yeah, I can imagine.
RiverQuest is fucking nuts.
One half of the boat will be dry, the other half gets annihilated. So it's like
the first time I rode RiverQuest, I was literally like, I can't remember how full our boat was, but I was literally the only one who got like just completely destroyed on it. Everyone else was fine. It was just me. And coincidentally, I was the only one who had a bag with me as well.
Oh no!
So I did the smart thing of putting my phone. I had a Ziploc bag in my bag. I put everything that could get destroyed in a Ziploc inside my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see some bad luck on rapids. Those ones in Belgium, all the way around, it was constant, and everyone thought it was funny all the way around, all over it. And then right at the end, just the mother of all tidal waves just went fuck off all over the rapid. I was like,
It was funny because we went through that, like, there's it in the one in Wallaby Belgium, you go through and it's like water jets all coming over you.
Wow.
And then, like, we got through it and I was like, it wasn't even that bad. And then suddenly, whoosh, this wave just slapped me across the face.
Yeah.
That was it.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. I've got it on there's a POV on our vlog and it was just brilliant. Everyone was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Poof.
Yeah, then you just get fucked. It's crazy. Popeyes is a good one, isn't it? You've done Popeyes.
I was literally gonna say, I don't know if you guys have.
I did.
I don't know if I've
2 hours when I went.
I don't know if I've told the story of Popeyes at the Buzz Bars event, Velocity back in 2021. So me and my friend Sam, like we rode it once, and then and it was walk on. It was back in November. It was in November. So like, but I mean, it's Florida still. So like, it's still we're still talking like 27 degrees.
They don't know the bar.
So like, we it was walk on. It was like 5-minute wait max, but it was pretty much walk on. We go around once. The ride up as we're getting ready to get out goes. There's no one here, mate. Do you want to just go around again? And we just look at each other. We're like, all right, yeah, why not? So we go around again, and we get off, and we see some other people in our group coming towards us. So we're like, oh, what's up? How you doing? It was like John Mike from Buzz Bars and a few others as well. And we're just like, oh, we just got off Popeyes, and then they're just crossing the bridge over to go get on Popeyes, and they're just going, and they just go to us like, do you want to come on with us? And me and Sam just look at each other, just like, yeah, all right.
Right up to like, oh, these guys are back again.
because I mentioned John Mike because he'd never ridden Popeyes before, and like so like it was his, and like anyone who like has like seen John Mike on the videos that Buzz Bars post on Twitter or anything, like, you know what kind of character John Mike is. So like we get on, and I just wanted to see his reaction to how like disgustingly good Popeyes is. So like he's like laughing and screaming the entire way around, and we get to the end and everyone's trying to get out, and there's still no one waiting.
Oh no.
And just goes, you guys want to go again? And John Mike looks at me and is like, send it.
Send it again.
Once you're wet though, you're wet, aren't you? You might
You're already wet, you might as well go around again.
Yeah, it's so much fun that you just have to, because it's just it's funny as fuck.
So me and Sam end up marathoning this thing inadvertently 4 times for no fucking reason whatsoever.
Nice.
So
literally, out, once you're wet, you might as well just fucking
just carry on. That's what I did at
PA. Ads points out that even Ripsaw was technically a water ride.
Ripsaw.
Which, speaking of Ripsaw, I recently saw a video of Blast from Wallaby Holland.
Oh yeah,
my days.
Yeah, I did that.
That thing has a special mode.
Yeah,
it's a 6-minute long cycle where it essentially just holds you in front of the jets.
It just waterboards you basically.
Ridiculous.
We went on that Wallaby Holland, and it was red hot, and there was no water on it all day, and we were like, why the hell's there no water on it? It's red hot. And we went to the ride host and we were like, turn the water on. We were waiting purely. We wanted the soaker of a ride. We wanted this ride that we've seen. Yeah. And apparently they don't turn the water jets on unless it's over 30 degrees. And I'm like, hold on, we're from England. Like, it's 20 degrees now. It's
19 degrees. Might as well be 30 degrees.
Yeah.
5 degrees.
It was so good because I wanted that ride that I'd seen. And they wouldn't do it. 30 degrees though for a bloody water ride. I'm like, we're from England. Like 10 degrees is not enough. Turn the water on.
Fucking Wales is a holiday in summer, mate. Come on.
I mean, what temperature was it when we rode Chiapas? Like 1 degree.
1 between 0
it was 4
and
degrees when I rode Chiapas, and we didn't quite. So.
Well, it was off for a while, wasn't it? Because it was so cold.
Second day was,
yeah. We were just like, we're getting on it. It was so good. That ride's amazing. Here's a quick one. Like, when you was a kid going to a park, like, how many log flumes were like one of your biggest drops first time you went on a ride.
Yeah.
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 Oh, you mean literally the drops on log flume?
Yeah, the drops on log
okay.
flumes.
The interesting thing about that, before we go into it, is like that's why log flumes are great because they trick people who don't like roller coasters, who are scared of roller coasters.
Literally going there.
Yeah.
I took Lola's dad to Thorpe Park, and he hates roller coasters. He won't go anything, and I managed to convince him to go on Loggers Leap. And honest to God, when we got to the top, he was like, "Fuck off!
It's so high."
He was angry, man, and it was the best experience ever. That was the only thing I do.
Yeah,
I do remember being scared by like the drops on the old Alton Towers log flume and the really old 3-drop log flume that used to be at Flamingo Land as well. Like it wasn't like a triple down drop, but it was literally
that'd be cool.
3 drops, and the last one was massive, and I do remember being scared. Oh, that's high.
Yeah. But then you think that's only a log flume.
American Adventure. Did anyone ever go to American Adventure?
I
never got there.
They had the world's tallest log flume, and it was fucking massive. I got photos on me as that was huge. That was the 3-drop special, and that last drop. I mean, I'm sure it was illegal. It was fucking huge, and it was so steep. Yeah, it was massive. It was one of them that you kind of, if you didn't hold on, you'd all just go. Whoop.
That's what I like as well. There's no like restraints or anything. You just you're there with the boat with your friends, and it's just
actually now you are getting restraints on them.
Yeah, but
speaking of which, Sean and Luke, did either of you guys do Dudley Do Right Strips or Falls when you were at Islands? So you know what I'm. Do you not do it? Oh,
every time I've been there, it's been closed for because they stagger them, don't they? Each time I've been there, I didn't do it.
Oh, so Luke, you'll know what I mean when I say you get airtime down that final drop. Then
and you get hit in the face a lot by them.
You literally
jets on the sides.
Yeah, that too. But literally, I have distinct memories of
it's a jet
getting good airtime down that drop. It felt like the boat was coming up off of the trough.
Yeah, it does. And then you just get slammed in the face, like legit underneath the bridge. It's so brutal. I've never felt an impact
Dudley
like
Do Right
that.
was my favorite log flume anywhere for the longest time until I rode Chapas. But like literally you come off of the track because it's a tracked drop. It's not a trough. My mistake. It's a tracked drop, and you literally you feel the boat becoming airborne before you go down into the like Dynamite House tunnel thing.
Yeah,
and then you come out and there's water jets just spraying into and out of the track, so you're just getting waterboarded, like going off of the airtime, off of the hill into the splashdown.
It's ridiculous. Like just watching it off ride,
mental.
Watching
Absolute
it off ride is
carnage.
So funny, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like, jeez, they just get absolutely slammed by water.
It's crazy.
Journey to Atlantis as well. I like the way it does the big drop first. Big fan of that.
Yeah,
it's so cool.
I just think Kieran in the chat's talking about the backwards drop on Stormforce 10.
God,
Do you know what? I've not ridden Stormforce 10 yet.
Oh God, when you do, sit on the back row. You'll have a great time.
I have not done it.
Sean, you remember that kid fucking...
Just keep your mouth shut.
Okay.
like absolute demonic screaming.
Yeah, that's when we were on it, weren't it?
Yeah.
God, that's the funniest thing. So like, yeah, me and McCall, like, was that your first time on Stormforce? It was your first time on Storm. It was your first time on Park, weren't it?
It was my first time at Drayton.
Yeah.
I'd never been before.
So I was like, McCall, if you come to Drayton, it's a cold. It wasn't even a warm day. We've got to do it. Like, it's one of the best rides here, and we did it. But like, after the first drop, I think it was like just literally out of the station. There's a kid
literally
in the back row,
as soon as the boat
the whole time just going, "Make it stop! No!" And we're just like screaming at the top of his voice the whole way around. And me and McCall just sitting next to each other,
just sitting there like,
"This is really awkward." The whole way around, like just go, like even when you're just going around like that, Stop! It was just ridiculous.
The best thing is, though, is just when you sat towards the front, is looking at the
so
people at the back on that drop.
That was the best thing, was because he was doing my head in so much that I was like, I can't wait until he gets his backwards drop now.
It's fucking brutal. It's honestly much. Might as well have just jumped in the lake.
That backwards drop is the
my day
most
for that
insane thing on any water ride I've ever done. Like
it's well steep as well.
It's really steep. It's probably better. Yeah, it's better than the big drop, to be honest.
Yeah.
Just because you get like dragged down it.
It's incredible.
But no. Who was it? NF Attraction said that the best water ride he ever went on was Pirates Adventure. Drayton Manor. The thing is, people don't realize how steep that first drop was in that ride. Like, obviously, when you're in a Pirates of the Caribbean, like it's good drop in it. But I remember Drayton's being like nearly vertical, like in my head.
Yeah.
You went down with such a speed, and then you just went splash into the whole thing. But that was a legend. I mean, I just wish they would do something. And
I remember taking Carl there for the first time, and we went on Pirates Adventure before it closed. And I was like, "It's a boat ride. Stop moaning." And then as it just come to that drop, he was like, "You said that we won't get wet." I was like, "Shut up! It's a little drop."
Yeah,
I remember the log flume at Terra Mythica being pretty cool as well. That was a backward drop.
Yeah, I can't remember that on the top.
I think it's because it turns you around above everything in the park. It's really cool. I remember it.
I remember doing it. We only did it like a few years ago.
That's a fun flume.
Speaking of backwards drops, have any of you guys been to Park Warner Madrid?
No.
Oh,
not yet.
I've seen the videos on that bloody backwards drop.
On Rio Bravo, the log flume there.
It's not got a flume in its name.
Yes. Yeah, the drop with airtime.
Yeah. Apparently it's nuts. Like, and I've been to Park Warner Madrid, but just for whatever reason, didn't go on this log flume.
Too many creds.
I can't remember what time of year we went. Maybe it was closed. But yeah, apparently it takes a drop backwards, and there's an airtime hill after it, so you can't even really like brace for the airtime hill after it because you don't know what's coming. And apparently the restraints are like there's nothing holding you in the boat. Basically, there's a restraint there, but it's not holding you at all.
Wow.
I think apparently it's POV. I think PBE went, and I think Chris and Gemma Ryan are in the boat, and I think on the POV, all you hear is because like Scott and that knew what was going to happen, and all you hear is Gemma in the background down that drop going, "Fucking hell!"
Love it. I go try
What's
it
called? What's it called?
Rio Bravo Adventure, I think.
You need to get an on-ride POV of it, and just I think.
Yeah,
I've seen a few people's POVs
now.
where they've just not realised and they've absolutely shit a brick on that back.
See, like it's funny. Yeah. It's funny on water rides because like it's a different kind of reaction that you get. Like you don't that you get to roller coasters. Like you don't get this kind of like fucking hell. What the unless it's like unless it's like stupid, unless it's like something stupid like Ride to Happiness or X2 or something like that. But like on most roller coasters, you don't get this.
It's even if you don't care about getting wet, it's that anticipation of like, I'm about to get soaked, and you know you're gonna get that like initial shock of the water on you.
Yeah,
it just makes it so much more like anxiety.
My favorite thing to do is to take Mikey from Scare Track hates water rides and hates getting wet, and it's so good. When we went to Plopsaland the first time, we went on Dino Splash. It's like, get on it, you don't get wet. And he got off and he'd been absolutely annihilated. And I've never seen someone so angry.
Hates log flumes but loves scare mazes. What the fuck? Like, there's something going on there.
He was fuming and it was brilliant.
Wow, that's cool. I remember the first time I went on Valhalla. Like, I just didn't have a fucking clue what was going on.
Yeah,
you just don't know what's going to happen or when it's going to happen. The drops used to
I
be...
had that.
Yeah, the drops used to be just in the dark, though. There wasn't really much. You didn't know when it was going to drop. You didn't know when it was going to level off or anything. And it just, it was so good. I remember it like back in the day, it was really cool.
That double down on Valhalla, though, even at the top of it, they were like, "Keep your head up, brace yourself," because it really did throw you down that drop.
Yeah, and then the bottom, what a ride. I can't wait for that to reopen.
I took my Finley on that years ago before it closed, and he was so upset with me after that ride. I laughed, and when I say I laughed throughout the whole ride, because obviously I knew how wet we were going to get.
Yeah.
He was not happy. He was like close to tears. He was nearly crying, and I was like, "That was fun," and he was like, "No."
Oh, the wettest ride ever. Like, I remember walking around with James afterwards on the first vlog we ever did on Coaster Gen, and I was like, just footprints walking around Blackpool Place.
Yeah.
Just fucking water. Just
my feet were soaked
everywhere
the entire day.
Yeah, it was so bad. We got a locker in the end and just thought, fuck it, let's just keep going on rides. It was cool.
I know, I think we got a locker just before, actually, just because we knew. Yeah, we were like, I'm not taking stuff on that.
The amount of times, the amount of times I bought spare socks and Kiss Me Quick. I always forget to take any, but I've done that a lot of times. No, I can't. I know it's like almost become a meme at this point, but I am super excited for when Valhalla opens. The best thing is we have no idea what's going to be in that.
No, nobody.
Like, no idea.
Not even Amanda
next week, haven't they? Did
you see this real upset about it?
Did you see the tweet that she wrote about? At least it works. Do you see it?
All the smoke coming out.
She retweeted the picture of the smoke coming out of where the turntable used to be.
Yeah,
and then she was like, "Well, at least it worked." She went, "That works then."
Fucking hell.
That was
what is going on?
I'm going to miss her tweets when it opens. We've got to do more comedy for like, what's she going to
make? Oh, no, you'll get comedy.
Oh, we'll find comedy. She'll find something like complain about.
I live for her tweets about Valhalla. They make my day. They really do.
Thing is, it's got to be a significant change in there for it to be like this long now.
Has anyone ever thought about they've not told her because she would tell everyone?
Probably.
Maybe.
Right? That's just gone off in my head. Like, she would literally tell everyone on Twitter, like, we have this going on, we have new boats, we have this,
or tell everyone how she feels about it if she's not impressed.
Yeah, the new drop on Valhalla is really bad.
She kind of reminds me how Elon Musk is on Twitter.
Elon Thompson.
Rollerbars is just saying in the chat, did anyone see them teasing the new merch for Valhalla?
Yeah,
on video today.
Well, they did a thing, didn't they? I can't remember what it was on. Was it TikTok or something? And they were revealing something. And they were selling stuff. They were selling something, a prop, and in the back was Valhalla boats, black with red on them.
That one.
And then within a second, it was like boom, gone off. It was taken down. So it's like, yeah, I'm all for the all black boats on Valhalla. That sounds like they're going even darker with it, which is cool.
Do you know what though? When it comes to Valhalla, like, I don't know. Like, obviously, it's for being this long.
Yeah.
Something's got to have changed. But in my opinion, I enjoyed the ride that much that I wouldn't care if the ride experience was kind of exactly the same, but they just really updated everything and it looked better. Because it was a perfect ride when it worked.
It was great.
It would be exactly the same, just updated, and more modern technology. I'd be happy with that. I know that the general public would be like, well, it's exactly the same.
Yeah.
But I'd be well happy if it exactly the same.
Yeah, everything worked.
Everything works. Like, that's all it needed.
But in the ice room or fire in the fire bits, that would be cool.
What interested me was that they're testing smoke in that room, but like that was the steam room anyway, and I was like, why are they swapped out steam for smoke?
Maybe it's a cannon, like on Chapas kind of thing, where it blows you backwards down the drop instead of just when.
But people are saying that the turntable's not. I thought they had
apparently it's not a backwards drop anymore. I just hope that now they've blocked off that kind of hole.
You what, mate?
Obviously, that was a big thing. That hole. I just hope that they've done something good at the top of that drop to make up for the fact that we don't come out.
One of the best things to do watching Valhalla, apart from watching people get off just like dripping wet, like, was to look at the trains turning around and then people not realizing what's going on. They're like, fuck. And then they just fucking disappear into this building. That was so cool when they first opened.
Yeah, apparently the turntable's still there, but it's just going to turn you all the way back around to come around that, because obviously you can't go, it's too tight, that corner.
Yeah.
So I wonder if there's
turn you all the way back forward.
Screens in there or something.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm not listening to anyone's opinions apart from the one and only Mike Butt. As long as it gets the Mikey B seal of approval, that's all I need.
Yeah, he'll probably fall asleep on it. So
yeah, I mean, it'd have to be before the night out.
Yeah. He'll just come out the other end like that.
It's a good match. Yeah, great.
Yeah, great. Brilliant. I like there's one thing. There's one thing that I hope is still in there, and that is the massive hammers.
Yeah,
that smashes in. Like that was so good. Yeah. It's so good, that moment is. As long as that's in there.
Noise they made as well.
Right. It was such a clever thing.
I just can't wait. They've got the season, the pre-season thingy. What's it called? Next week. You know, they're announcing all the shit.
A preview, whatever it's called.
And people are wondering whether they're going to drop the opening.
I'm not getting my hopes up for that, because I don't think it will.
No point.
I don't think they will announce.
I just hope they don't just surprise it on us and we turn up one day or we're not there and it opens.
Yeah.
I want them to make a song and dance about it so we can go.
They need to. Like at this point, they would have it'd be so silly if they don't make a big.
Yeah, but this is Blackpool.
Yeah, but yeah, but I can't think of any ride they've ever opened this significant that hasn't had a big marketing campaign behind it. Like, why wouldn't they do that?
Yeah.
It makes no sense. Like, even if it's not like national publicity, but just stuff on socials, paid Facebook ads.
Yeah,
like,
but it could be national though.
Yeah, it could be. It should
be.
It should be national. But
it was when it opened.
But what I'm saying is, if it's a question of like they've run out of money or budget, so they don't want to push it out, like they need. There's nothing else new coming this season. So this is the only thing they've got to get people to travel to Pleasure Beach, and this ride,
shiny new Big Dipper.
Yeah. But this is the thing that will get people back up to Pleasure Beach because they remember Valhalla. They remember doing it when they're younger, and they're going to go take their family back to it. They'll definitely make a big song. We know they're filmed. We've seen the behind the scenes of them filming adverts and stuff. If that's not out now, it's definitely not open at the start of the season. It'll be May. I reckon it will be May.
I think it'll be May.
Yeah, I was going to say Easter and beyond.
May bank holiday.
Rollerbaz said, "Will there be a bin bag tunnel tribute to River Caves?"
Yes, please. River Caves is awesome. I don't know why everyone hates River Caves.
I think everyone likes River Caves.
Bam, 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 bam.
Mikhail says no.
There's nothing.
Might be a bit of a reach, but it's a bit of fun.
It's fun. It's good.
It's like
River Caves is the boats. That's fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
It's the second oldest ride there. So,
classic.
Is it 1921 or something? It opened or something?
There, mate. Don't know. It was a long time ago.
It's a bit of fun.
It is.
And that's okay.
But when you're getting off,
that's all it needs to be.
It's a fucking boat crash when you're getting off. Great. Ow. Okay. Fucking. Just give me a minute. No. Next, come on.
No, it's when you're going up that lift hill and you all just slide backwards.
Yeah. That's one thing I love about log flumes. I think that's one thing we all take for granted a little bit is the sounds they create when you're on the rides. Like the squeaky conveyor belts, the noise it makes as it's going over when it's
Jesus
going over
Christ.
The hill and stuff.
1905 it opened.
Whoa! Wow!
How mental is that? That is crazy.
That is mad. And it's like, because does it go next to the road or over the road? I can't remember. Under the road? There's something weird. I can't remember what it does now, but it does something cool. But it's right next to the road, isn't it?
Well, that would be right next to it because that's where when you go up
Wallace and Gromit,
you go over it. Yeah.
Well, the old gold mine.
They used to interact with each other, didn't they?
Yeah, and they used to have a cafe in there as well.
Yeah, that you could go sit on. I wish they'd. That was.
Yeah,
they can't really do that now because Wallace and Gromit would not.
Wallace and Gromit themed cafe would work though. If they did that.
Wallace and Gromit anything would.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we're done, guys. I think we're done.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that.
Well, what I was gonna add is, we talked about how we I feel like just traditional wooden coast. Oh, this he's like, you guys aren't ready for what's coming. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh, we're ready.
We're
Yeah, you guys are, but these listeners aren't.
Oh no, you guys aren't ready.
But yeah, what was gonna we talked about like how just traditional water rides. There's definitely still a place for them in parks and stuff, and they
100%.
definitely should still be appreciated and still included in any park's ride lineup. Any park that has like a high level of quality should definitely still be included in traditional water rides. But it is evident that manufacturers are looking at different ways to implement different elements of just different ride elements into water rides. You see the likes of like I mentioned before, the new launched log flume at SeaWorld San Antonio, Catapult Falls. I'm just wondering like how, or like what other kind of things do you think could be, just thrown into the mix with the modernization of water rides, I guess. Like, we also like lifts, like vertical lifts on rapids is a thing that has, it's not new, it's been around. Like RiverQuest has one, but then like we see them popping up a little bit more frequently with Infinity Falls and Mystic River Falls at Silver Dollar City as well. Like,
when you said vertical lifts, I literally thought you meant like a good
the boat going up vertically.
I was like, what?
Wow. Your bag won't stay on then, pal. It's gone.
You wouldn't stay on it.
Right. Never mind my bag.
Oh.
But yeah, like what kind of other things do you think could be implemented in terms of just like new modern takes on
a loop
on different kinds of things? I mean,
I want to see the seesaw element that RiverQuest is meant to have happen. It has the mechanism there. You can see it.
Yeah,
it's just locked in its down position. So
what does that do? Yeah. I know what seesaw.
So it's meant to be. It starts up horizontal. You go onto it. The weight of the boat once it gets to a certain point makes the mechanism tip down.
Oh, cool!
So you end up just having like a drop down.
Oh,
nowhere. Because you can see it's similar to how the lift works.
Mm-hmm.
The lift has like two fingers that interlock, and then it comes up like that to drop you off the lift. It's basically how it works. And if you look at a picture of RiverQuest without water running, you can see interlocking fingers in the down position. So it does have it there, but it just doesn't.
What is there a reason why they didn't do that, or is it?
They wanted to. It's just like it didn't end up working.
Are you not entertained?
No, it's how they couldn't get it working quite right. I don't think.
I can imagine that's.
I reckon you just probably get too much airtime on it, probably.
Potentially,
like slam
that goes, the boat just stays.
Yeah. In the air,
it's like the cartoon moment, like
yeah.
Floor just dropping.
That would be funny.
There's a few people in the chat asking about the new speakers and music on the rapids at Alton Towers.
They had new speakers. What do you think?
Like a lot of them.
They need
to put boxes over them.
I'm sorry, right? Like
I feel like we're missing something.
I saw that video, and all I could think was just, dude, like it. Like all I could pay attention to is how bare like the rest of the ride looked.
So they either need to hide them in fake rocks.
Yeah.
So I will tell you now, the speakers are being themed up. They are getting themed. They are getting themed.
Cool. Why does the music sound like lift music from Splash Landing?
It kind of does.
I thought it sounded like quite like Katanga.
No.
To be honest.
Yeah,
No.
I didn't really have much
It
of a
sounds
problem
like
with
Katanga
music,
if it was a
honestly.
theme in a lift for splash landings. That is literally what it sounds like. Also sounds like an Hawaiian, like relaxed, lazy river piece of shit thing going down the road. It's not that. It's if they turn them waterfalls on, it can still be quite.
Well, mate,
intense.
there's not much else on Congo River Rapids that suggests it's not that. So, like,
Yeah.
it's not like it's
Waterfalls.
not like it's
Are they
not
going
like
to play
it's not like it's
waterfall
themed in any
Yeah.
intricate or
They could have
particular
put
way.
spa music.
So,
on
like,
it.
fucking, they can run.
I don't know. I
They
just
can
love
run,
the soundtrack
they can run
so
Capital
much.
FM down that shit for all I care. And it
No, let's
it
not do that.
wouldn't make much of a difference because there's nothing there
Just the
outside of
plastic-
just a trough of water running through a field of grass.
No.
That's what Congo River Rapids looks like at the moment.
Classic Katanga Canyon soundtrack, please. Thank you. Stop messing with things.
So is it safe to say that
Yeah,
you are
but,
not a fan of Genie music, Luke?
It's shit.
No, I personally, in my opinion, a ride area soundtrack should not be also the ride soundtrack. I think
It
needs
didn't used to
something different.
be. Mine Train's music used to be different.
Yeah, but I'm on about Congo.
No, he's on about
Like,
the Katanga Canyon's area music being the same
Yeah.
as Congo River Rapids.
so
area music.
Katanga, because that's like it needs to be.
I've had this argument
different,
this week.
right?
I'm sure I have.
But no,
James.
Yeah, no.
I think just waiting, because the thing is, the video that got posted, it was almost like you could hear both sounds. So until it's like you go and do it, I don't know. I'd say, I don't know. I like Simon Allen's music. I think he does a banging job.
No, I like his music. It's nothing against Simon Allen. I just don't think it fits the whole area of that thing. It's just not for me.
But the Katanga music is still there.
It's
in
not.
the area.
It's-
No, it is. It's in that whole area.
Oh, yeah, okay,
I
no.
went there last week. At the weekend.
I thought you were going to
Still
say
there.
it's in the soundtrack that they've made. It's
No,
not.
no,
There's
no,
two
no.
notes of it, which it's a bit. It sounds cheap. It sounds lift music. It sounds just not
I think there was,
enthusiastic.
from the video I saw, there's just too much overlap between the two.
I seen one without it.
Having
I heard one without it. Just that one.
Congo's music that loud and it's
Mm.
coming up onto the pathway, you should just hear the area music.
Yeah, but you only tend to hear that like that bad when it's in a video form, because the human ears tend to filter more things out. Like that's just the way it works. But when you have it in video form, you're getting like two mixed in together. I didn't notice it when I was there. When I was watching other people's videos, I didn't even notice it had a new soundtrack when I was there. I didn't even notice it, and then it wasn't until I was editing where I was like, "That I'm sure that's new music." But the new speakers are all the way around the thing, so there's going to be
Which is-
bits.
It's really weird because
That's
it's
a
the
lot of them.
fastest part of the rapids. That
But-
bottom end.
But what if there's different portions of the music around the different areas?
Depends what it is.
Mm.
Because if it's just relaxing music and you're fighting the KFC Mega Wave at some point, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
we still
Like-
refer to it as KFC.
Yes, we fucking do. It's the KFC Mega Wave. Chat, back me up on this one. It's KFC Mega Wave. Always will be.
It shall forever be known as the KFC Mega Wave.
Pizza and pasta
Yes.
microwave.
KFC Mega Wave.
P&P Mega Wave.
P&P. That sounds
The
sick,
PP
though.
Mega Wave.
P&P Mega
Oh,
Wave.
no.
PP
James
Mega
ruined
Wave.
it. James ruined it. PP Mega Wave.
The PP Mega Wave.
No, I don't like it. The Katanga Canyon music is great as it is.
Yeah,
I like
much
It is
colder
good,
water.
but it's just so much.
Bam,
There's
bam,
so much,
bam.
but like all the way through the queue line,
Yeah.
all the way through the area, then on the river rapids,
Yeah.
bang, bang, bang. Like,
All you hear on the river rapids is, "Oh, sit down, dickhead." That's all you hear. That is all you hear on the rapids. Sit down, please.
You're not wrong, to be fair.
We were saying that before. Is that why they put so many speakers in so they can tell people to sit down?
Excuse me, please sit down. On the rapids, please.
Yeah.
I
All
just
the
want
way
to know
around.
who the hell. I want
I
to know who
need-
the hell
I need-
is standing
I
up
need
all
that.
the time.
I need that on an automated speech on a soundboard in the operators booth. Just
I
sit
want to
down,
know who
dickhead.
thought they needed 900 speakers over like 20 yards. It's it's a lot of speakers. I know they might be under boxes and hidden in rocks and stuff like that, but that seems like a really big waste of money. because you go in fast on that bit, regardless.
Mm.
So it's strange.
It's really loud, really
But,
loud,
really
like,
loud.
You don't we don't know. Like we're judging this on a preview day. Remember,
Yes.
like a buyout day. Where I mean, I saw people. This happened. Right, makes me laugh so much. Right, I'm going to do a bit of a rant right now.
Go.
Okay.
There were
loose.
the rides were like going down on Sunday. Right, it wasn't a park open day. That's what happens every single year.
Yeah.
Every single year, John Lewis and Kids Pass take over the park, and people go, "Why are the rides going down?" Even though they're not even at the park. People outside the park are moaning more than people inside the park.
Look at these queue times.
It's like this. It's like the same every year. It's like when people moan about Scarefest having upcharged mazes. I'm like, it's been like that for a very long time. It's like every year it's the same stuff on Twitter, isn't it? But like that's what everyone was complaining about. But I was like, well, just wait until the park's open again to make your decision on whether the park, how it's going, basically. But I'm going to say the same thing about these speakers. Like, we don't know if they're going to program the speakers to have different sound effects.
Yeah,
might not even be music all the way around. I definitely know they're getting themed up though. They are.
Yeah. That'd be cool.
But yeah, there we go.
I'm right with that. I hope the waterfalls return, and it's a whole. You know what? I just at the end of the day, though, making new music costs money. Putting new speakers in costs money. Fixing the waterfalls hopefully costs money, and putting a bit of TLC into a classic ride. I'm all for that. There's something about that soundtrack that always connects to me from my first visits to Towers, and I don't want to lose that. I really don't.
It's still there though. It's literally that 100% Katanga Canyon music in the area is not going. Like, that's always going to stay. The only one that's changing is, I think, on the actual rapids itself.
Right.
So it's not. I promise you, it ain't going anywhere.
I will give it a go, Sean, and report back.
Matt's asking where's the Jeep gone? It failed its MOT, so
hey,
it's having some repairs.
There it is.
I didn't know about the Jeep. I've got two. I've got two ideas about the Jeep. It is actually getting like some maintenance done to it, or it's going to end up
Jumanji.
And Jumanji.
It
might end up in Jumanji.
Chessington near you, or a new attraction somewhere.
Oh, that would be very funny if it does.
It would be.
Wait, I recognise that
relics
Jeep.
just get used for theming on new rides for Merlin. They're going to steal the corkscrew entrance soon. Put that somewhere. God damn it.
But no, hopefully the Jeep comes back because it was pretty iconic, to be honest.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying refreshing queue times every 5 minutes.
Yeah.
We're sat at home.
While at home.
mean, if you want to do that,
I love checking queue times when I'm at home.
Everyone
I mean,
does that, don't they?
I'm like that. I made a desktop background that gets live queue times. So
yeah, but
That's dedication.
Of multiple parks or just
fly.
one?
at them just fly, but
Just
I can
fly.
make it multiple parks.
yeah. We thought it was a phase, but
Qtimes.com.
no, it's still there. Every time he shares his screen on Discord, it's still there. We still see the right times.
At the moment, it's been closed for about the last month. So
Yeah.
Thank you for the update.
Yeah, there you go. Now you know.
Does it just say closed then?
yeah, it literally just is closed.
Oh, that's depressing then.
I know.
There must have
Well,
something
no,
really wrong with it.
I mean, it gave us a panic as we were coming up to, because was it November?
A crane
They
appeared.
closed Fly for like 2 weeks for maintenance.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
crane appeared.
We saw it. It was just like shit.
No,
God.
not now. I've
What's
been
it?
smited by Big Thunder, by the way. I
Yeah,
went to Paris on Sunday, and Big Thunder Mountain is down for maintenance until we come home.
Yeah.
Go
Is it
in.
actually down all the time?
yeah.
That's like the main.
I know.
Yeah, it's the rolling maintenance. that they're
I'm
doing.
going back in New Year though. I'm going to
And Crush's
Fremont Park
Coaster.
New Year.
That's literally
Yeah.
the best Big Thunder Mountain as well.
I know.
I
will
Well,
get to ride
I've
it
not
this
done the one
year,
at Disney. I've not done the one at Disneyland Resort, but it's better than Magic Kingdoms. I'll say that much.
Okay.
Much better.
It's weird because like Harry and Zoe from Coasterbot said that it's a little bit better, not like but I don't know. I always hear people say it's like far superior. So
is it because it's cheaper to get
That's
to?
how- that's how
closer?
No, it's because it goes underneath a massive lake and pops up on a canyon island and does all of its shit, and then goes back under the lake.
I'll take photos of it. I'll take renovation photos. Woo! Exciting.
At least you get a Phantom Manor.
Yeah.
Phantom,
And Avengers Campus and all that stuff. I know how you feel about that, Sean, but I like Marvel. I'm looking forward to it. I shall check it out and report back.
Okay. I can't wait to hear what you think. Oh,
it'll be
just
interesting.
died.
It'll be interesting.
Hello.
Hello.
You are here.
Hello.
We're all here.
We can hear. Oh well, good.
Gutted. He's the only one that can end the stream.
So I guess
Is
we're just
frozen?
trapped here for the rest of eternity.
He's done it again. He's frozen.
This is
Chat,
nice.
give us something to talk about. Help us out.
He's taking the movement a little too far.
If we just go offline, it's not our fault. Just throwing that out there.
I mean, we could all just leave and just leave the
the
stream with just Sean.
Just leave the call. That would be so funny. That would actually
talk about Monkey Swinger.
Monkey Swinger. Why?
That's
Inferno's not opening, is it? Or Colossus for the opening.
Oh,
There he goes.
Bye, Sean.
No, wrong part, Luke.
Oh yeah, Monkey Swinger.
You're thinking about Mr. Monkey's Banana Boat.
What about
right, yeah.
What about
Monkey
Monkey
Swingers
Swinger?
at
What's happened
Chessington?
to it?
Monkey
It's just a
Swingers
good ride. Gets
It's
you
a water
soaked.
ride, isn't it?
It does
Bang
get-
up.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, speaking of water rides.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I went to Chessington in 2021, and I got a bunch of photos of I went with a group of friends and got a bunch of photos of them just getting fucked up by the fountains on Monkey Swinger.
Oh, James, that reminds me. Do you remember when we did the South Park's Towers Times thingy, Bobby, and we got a Monkey Swinger first?
Yeah.
And they absolutely destroyed us with the fountains. And we were like,
Yes.
we were literally I was getting a train home that day and I got destroyed. I was like just soaking wet for the rest of the day. It was great.
Yeah, they underestimate how wet you get. The first time we did it, I was like,
Their Wi-Fi died, apparently.
No, it was
It's
full
back
of
on now.
It's back
waterboarding.
on now. Sean, we were back to end the stream. We're just stuck here. That's it. We're just like,
What doesn't
Just
Sean
banned us
like
away.
that we could talk about while he's not here?
Avengers Campus. I'm really looking forward to seeing this. I can't wait. I love Marvel. I think Disney have done a fantastic job of it so far. The brand new show. I cannot wait.
Are you just saying this because Sean's not here?
He's back quick, stop talking about it.
Love you, Sean.
We were saying we were stuck here for eternity because we can't end the stream.
I know. I was just thinking that 'cause my internet's completely died. And
Yeah,
then-
everyone's is dying right now. In the chat, is your internet dying frequently like mine is?
Yeah,
It's
mine keeps
ridiculous.
Mine was awful before. That's why I had to go off because you
I don't know what it is. They're doing something with the, I don't know, the wider world.
Mine's fun.
Anyway,
Anyway, let's end the show, guys.
Let's go.
Don't worry, Sean. Luke thinks Avengers Campus is going to be shite. And
Yeah, I did say that.
He hates the
I can't
idea.
be bothered.
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly what he said.
Look,
The
it
food's
looks
gonna be
like-
horrible.
Yeah, the food's gonna be shit.
The show that they've done looks shit.
Yeah,
Mudslingers looks
terrible.
basic. Looks like
I mean,
looks
you
like
joke,
Looks like a car park.
but Paris Disneyland's food's meant to be absolutely shocking anyway. So.
Don't get a Dole Whip, I'll be happy. Let's go.
I don't think you get Dole Whips from there.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, let's end the show.
What a ride! Let us know your favorite in the comments. Cheers, guys.
He's waving. Just waving till we end.
Just everyone wave.
Just wave. See you later. Oh, yeah, we'll be back next week, everyone. Bye-bye.
Indeed.
Bye. Bye.